This is Army Sergeant Frank Marola with a Joint Area Support Group in Baghdad, Iraq. You're watching In the Trenches, only on Time Warner Cable 6.
Thank you, Sergeant Marola. Well, welcome back to In the Trenches. Stand at ease, soldiers. The loss to Duke was a disappointing one for Army football fans. Not a game we want to dwell on, but certainly a game we want to learn from, which is what we're about to do. In the military, it's called an AAR, or After Action Review. Let's get it done. Huh? The Army football team had a mission Saturday, beat Duke and go 2-0. It didn't happen. The Black Knights' mission was a failure, but we're going to fix that by identifying what went wrong against those basketball elitists inside Michie Stadium. But just as true Army leaders are trained, we're also going to tell you what went right. Correct the wrongs, repeat the rights. Let's get started with our Army Duke After Action Review. We start with bad, bad, and bad. 3 areas that need to be straightened out now. First, turnovers. 4. 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions, resulting in 3 Duke touchdowns. Discipline. Let me repeat it. Discipline. Protect that football like you protect your weapon. Never let it out of your sight. Second, same old, same old. After 10 quick points, the Army offense looked kind of like last year's offense, which wasn't very good. It wasn't until the final play of the game that the Black Knights scored again. That's nearly 3 quarters with plenty of punts and no points. And third, special team sputters. A missed field goal, a rather long kickoff return against, and a dubious decision to fake a punt on 4th and long. The counseling has been done. The corrections will be made. Now to some encouraging news. The defense, not great, but very good. 236 total yards given up, 2 forced fumbles, and many nice pops. How about the freshman? Quarterback Trent Steelman, in his first game ever at Michie Stadium, played pretty well. 84 yards rushing, only 28 passing, but number 8 certainly seemed quite capable of running Coach Ellerson's triple option attack. A good sign for the future. And lastly, perhaps the highlight of them all in Saturday's loss was the play of the big guy, Alejandro Villanueva. The 6'10" tackle turned wide out, caught 4 passes for 68 yards and a touchdown. Now that's an offensive weapon worth watching. It's widely regarded as one of the premier sporting experiences in America. That's in attending an Army football game right here at Michie Stadium. Get there early, don't be in a hurry to leave, and do it the right way. Make sure you visit the little village that's located just outside the Military Academy's gates. Main Street in the village of Highland Falls. Usually it's a relatively quiet place, except for football Saturdays in the fall. That's when things start changing in this small community, which is located a mere hand grenade's throw outside of the gates to the United States Military Academy.
Being so close to the gate here and everybody coming through town to go to the game, we do generally get a whole lot of people around here.
Army has been playing college football since 1890. The Black Knights football team typically plays 6 home games each season between September and November. And on those weekends, Pat Bosch says local businesses like the Park Restaurant score big.
This is our boom season. Army football is big in the whole region, so everybody coming into the area certainly couldn't hurt our economy, and that's always a nice shot in the arm for anybody.
It's almost like a 3-day event because they start coming in yesterday. I know the class of 1964, the 45th anniversary, they're here for this special weekend. Tonight there's a show, and tomorrow, Sunday, the game is over with. They'll win today, but even tomorrow there'll be people that stay overnight and will be here on Main Street.
As mayor of Highland Falls for the last 16 years, Joseph D'Onofrio knows the importance Army football plays in this town, where just about everyone roots for a West Point win on Saturday.
It's very exciting to come downtown on Saturday morning when there's a home game. And of course, when Army doesn't win as much as we all would like them to, less people come to the games. But I think that's on a resurgence now, on the way up.
We're still behind them 100%, whether you're talking on the football field or on a field in Iraq or Afghanistan. They're our people, they're our boys. They might not be my son, but they're as good as our sons.
Stay tuned later in the show to find out Army's entire home and away football schedule this season. And if you do make plans to go to the game, make sure you pay the visit of Highland Falls. Make sure you pay visit to the village of Highland Falls. Well, in our next segment, we're going to give you a chance to learn more about the young men who put the helmets and pads on each Saturday to try and get a win for the brave old Army team. We call it the Get to Know a Black Knight segment. Tonight's Let's Meet number 92, Victor Ugini.
Tonight's Get to Know a Black Knight is brought to you by Williams Lumber and Home Centers, a name you know and a name you trust.
My name is Victor Ugini, Army defensive tackle. I'm rising firstie from Atlanta, Georgia.
How'd you wind up here at West Point?
Honestly, West Point was supposed to be my backup, but once they got me up here and showed me around, showed me what the school had to offer and what I could do when I got here and after I get out, it's a no-brainer.
What is playing Army football, what's it mean to you?
It means something bigger than just yourself, you know. You represent, you know, the Army. People from all walks of life, all across America that are out there, you know, shedding blood, tears, body parts, whatever, for their country. And if you can, you know, represent them correctly on the field, I mean, it's bigger than you.
When you're not playing football, again, doing all the things that are involved with being on a Division I football team, practice, meetings, all that stuff, what do you enjoy doing when you're not on the field?
Playing, I used to play Halo, but now I've been playing NCAA with my teammate Damian Hunter, and he's been beating me a couple times, so I'm trying to get right so I can beat him.
Game day comes, what are you doing before the game?
Before the game, I'm always out here warming up, listening to some music. I like to get into like a little sweat, you know, just to make sure I'm ready, my body's ready, and then listen to some crazy music, just make sure my mind's right for the game, because it's going to be a battle when you get out there.
Has West Point, has it changed you at all?
Yes. I mean, I used to, you know, sleep in at 12, sleep in class, you know, just try to skate by, but once you come here and, you know, after you challenge yourself and you see what the bigger picture is, I mean, it just, I don't know, puts the motivation in you to want to do better, you know, do better than what you can normally do better for more people, for somebody else, you know.
Victor Ugini is one of the Black Knights co-captains for the 2009 season. Well, coming up, we aim center mass at the Black Knights' next opponent, the Ball State Cardinals, when In the Trenches rolls on.